And alright guys, what is going on? David Hammond back here with another tutorial. Today guys, this is the part 3 or third part of the 3-part mini-series. I've said third a lot, all on mini documentaries, okay? So, as context, if you guys have not checked out the first 1 or 2 episodes, I'm going to link those right there. Strongly recommend that. This is the third episode. Mic set up a little differently, so if I'm a little hunched over, it's because it's lower so you can see more of my face. Second camera, main camera, you guys know the deal. With that said, let's get this going. So for this third episode, a part of the mini-series, we are speaking all about B-roll, okay? B-roll, guys, as a bit of context for those who haven't maybe seen the other mini docs, is we have our story. So we've covered that in the first one. Your great story on who you're interviewing, what the purpose is. Maybe it's a personal brand, a business. You're trying to raise awareness for something, sell a product, whatever it is. 2, we have our A-roll shots. Those are literally what we have here. The first camera, maybe a second camera if you have that, audio, just the establishing stagnant shots that run throughout. The third one, B-roll, is simply what you interject over top. So I've put this the last, or the third one, because in my opinion, this is the easiest. B-roll. B-roll is just the clips you see over top. It's really self-explanatory. I think you guys know that. Now, let's get straight to this. Why do we want B-roll? What's the purpose of it? What's the point? Why can't we just have no B-roll? And that's a good question, if any of you have asked that. So the purpose of B-roll, guys, is really just to add more context and really just push those first 2 points even further. Story and A-roll. We got a good story in A-roll. Let's even delve deeper. Let's push this as far deep as we can by adding or interjecting over top beautiful context or B-roll. So as context, I said context a lot. If we're shooting Andrew Johnson, the mini doc I filmed a little while back, he was a custom clothing designer, so if any of you guys have seen the mini doc, I strongly recommend you check that out. You notice the B-roll was of him, and it was actually beautifully done, and this was actually his idea. I'll completely quote that. He said, "Hey David, why don't we from start to finish document me through the B-roll, working and creating a pair of pants from beginning to finish to then sell to a client or to someone?" And I thought that was beautiful. We literally showed Andrew going to a thrift store, picking out a beautiful pair of pants. They're all Levi's pants, by the way, very high quality. To then bring it home, literally everything he would chalk out what he wants the designs to be, him cutting, sewing, stitching, the late nights. And yes, we were up to like 1 in the morning working on them. I can attest to that. I was filming it. We then went to the Eaton Center and sold them to the guy that you saw in the mini doc. So that was beautiful, but that was all context back to the first 2 points. That's the purpose of B-roll. That's why you want to get it done. Now, what is good B-roll versus bad B-roll? And I think, more importantly, how much B-roll do you put in? I think that's where we're going to delve into this. As far as B-roll, which then comes back to what's good, what's bad, you have to really think of it, guys, and I really want to drive this home. Every single clip, shot, or anything you put into a video is either making or breaking the video. There's no in between, and this is especially very true with B-roll, okay? If you are putting in shots that you know, this doesn't really add to the story, doesn't add to the video, it's not that good, then cut it out. Do not put it in. I filmed a lot of B-roll with Andrew. Let's say I filmed a solid 2-3 hours of B-roll with Andrew. In the mini doc itself, I may only put in 10-15 minutes, not even, like, really it's only about 2 minutes. Like, and the reason I'm saying this is you are very selective with your B-roll, okay? That's what makes good or bad B-roll, is you're very selective, it makes sense, it flows, and it adds context to the video. If it is not adding complete context, especially to documentaries or things that you got to be very careful with, if it's not adding to it, it's taking it away. So cut it out. It's better just to have the A-roll shots. Just keep it stagnant. You don't always need B-roll over every single clip. You want to be very careful and selective with when you put it in. So that's just the rule of thumb that I use myself when thinking, should I add a clip into this? You know, initially something will come to my mind thinking, ooh, you know, when he says how he only looks for a specific pair, I may show him, oh, I remember he looked for that one shot when he was looking at the 2 pairs of pants and deciding, should I get the Levi's pair or this? That's like a good B-roll clip if I shot to put right there. So I think you guys understand. Be selective. because it's either making or breaking. All right, so now that we've touched on the first two parts, one being what is B-roll, two being what makes good B-roll versus bad B-roll, the third tip I want to touch on in this video is, and I think this is probably the most important, is why I kept it last, how did I shoot the B-roll, or how do you shoot the B-roll for these mini docs, okay? The reason I said how I did is because I think everyone does it differently. I kind of want to just explain how I did it. So and what I did with the docs is I shot all the A-roll, and then once that is done, completely done, I then pretend that we start the day from scratch, right? So what we can do is, there's two things I'd recommend. Generally, with shooting the B-roll, at least myself, I almost want it to feel like it's like a day in the life. So I'm following them around from pretty much when they wake up to they go to bed, like a morning routine, or really just a day in the life of that content creator. So there are two ways you can do this, and this is probably what I would recommend. The first way is you can film all the A-roll. Once that's done, then right from there, the rest of the video is all B-roll. The A-roll's done, you're not thinking about it, you just shoot B-roll till the day it finishes. And then if you want, maybe you can continue it the next day, however you decide to do it. Or the second way you can do it, and what I was actually going to do when I'm thinking of shooting another one with these guys, a couple clients that they wanted, is you can film the A-roll at nighttime, so in the evening. And this is honestly probably what I would recommend, but it can be a little trickier. If you can, and it completely depends on the vibe, you can shoot the B-roll with them in the evening. So granted, you're going to have to bring your own lights. Shoot it in the evening, get that all done, go to bed, right? And wake up with them. That'll probably be the absolute best, because that's what I'm going to do if I shoot with these clients. You wake up with them and you then really document their day, because that's how you're going to get the most raw and organic vibe, because like they literally just woke up, you're with them. You're literally living in their house with them. They didn't like prime beforehand being like, oh, he's coming in in half an hour. Like, I got to look all spiffy. Like, you're waking up right with them. You document right there. Maybe give them a bit of a preface to be like, hey guys, pretend I'm not here. I'm going to be doing everything. And you document. That would be really cool too. And then pretty much from morning to night, you film all B-roll. So it's really that simple, guys. It's not too difficult. That's just what I've done myself. The three that I have shot, I did option one, the first one. I filmed in the morning and then continued the day. And that works too, that's fine. But I think it just depends how deep you want to go with it. And yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm going to finish it off there. This is probably a pretty good lengthy video. I feel like the B-roll, again, is the easiest to film. I think it's very intuitive and you guys will understand it. But that's that. So I'm going to finish it off there. I really hope this helped. I hope you guys liked it. I want to thank you all for watching. It's a bit of a plug here, guys. There is photography, videography coaching that I do offer. I have courses, and I'm actually working on building more courses in this exact setup right here. So I have an outdoor photography and an outdoor videography video course, about an hour long. And I'm working on building more courses. I believe a documentary course, commercial photography, a whole bunch. I'm going to get to that, but there is coaching in the meantime where it's just one-on-one, you and me speaking anything about photography, videography, business with this, just the whole, really any question you want. I mean, it's as simple as that, and I really offer to aim to add as much value as I possibly can. So I'm going to finish it off there. Give the video a like, subscribe, check out the website down below if you are interested in coaching or video courses, and I will see you guys in the next video. So thanks again. Hope this helped. Much love. Peace.